Hey y'all, it's Diane with Y'all Craft One in my old barn door, and today I'm really not sure what we're gonna do. Do you ever have those days when you feel like you've just lost your mojo? Like there's no creativity in you whatsoever. You sit down and you try to work on something and just nothing comes to you. Like you're not inspired. I have days like that. Sometimes, usually monthly, there will be a couple of days in that month to where I'm just like, ugh, why can I not get it together today? So I thought I would give y'all some ideas of things that you can do, or things that I do. This may not work for you, but you can at least try it and see if it works for you, to try and get your creativity juices flowing again and get your mojo back. So what I did yesterday, I've had this problem all week. Like Monday, I just couldn't get into it. It seemed like everything I touched was just, nothing was coming together for me. As a matter of fact, I didn't even cook dinner Monday because I was afraid. You have those days where you're afraid that anything you touch is going to just go to pot, and and I was so afraid that I would just burn dinner or mess it up or something. So I made us chef salads for dinner on Monday. So then yesterday I thought, okay, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to get some stuff done. Came in here, nothing. Today has kind of been the same thing. Just can't get it going. So here's some things that I do if I don't have my mojo. Sometimes I'll work on digitals, because you can be creative on the computer even if you can't craft something, physically. So sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll try and watch videos. I've tried to watch videos this week. Nothing is inspiring me. So yesterday, I got in here and tried to work some, and it just wasn't coming together, and I got frustrated. And so I thought, okay, if I can't make something, I'm going to clear out my scrap bin. Okay, so I had this huge scrap bin. This one. I mean, it's huge. It's almost the same size as my mat. And it was absolutely full, and it had been driving me crazy for a long time because, once you get so many scraps, then you have to dig to the bottom and you can't find anything, and it just gets frustrating. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to clean out this scrap bin, and let's see if that can motivate me to make something or kind of get my juices flowing. Anything to help. So I did. I cleared out the scrap bin, and I even got frustrated doing that, y'all. Not kidding. So I know we all have those days. And so on days like that, don't just give up on yourself. On days like that, say, okay, this is an off day, because I talked to Sunshine on Monday afternoon, and I told him, I was like, it's been a very frustrating day. And he was like, well, you can't always be on, babe. So you can't always be on. You can't always be on it. So with that being said, I went and I grabbed some of my vintage wallpaper, and I made myself some little envelopes so that I could organize, because I have, I do have some things in the clear, just the clear baggies or whatever, but I felt like if I could just make something small, just an envelope out of vintage wallpaper, maybe that would help. It didn't, but I did feel like I got to make something. Do you know what I mean? So I took that scrap box and I threw a lot of stuff away, honestly. I'll just be completely honest. I threw a lot of stuff away. I do have some scrap packs that I made a long time ago, and I forgot to list them in the shop, and they've just been sitting on my shelf. I totally forgot about them. So I may list those in the shop, and I may go through some of these and list them in the shop too. I don't know. I mean, is that something that y'all would be interested in? If it's not, just, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. It's just scraps, so just tell me. But anyways, So I took some envelopes and I separated things out because y'all know basically I do farm stuff and I do floral stuff. I like to do the children's stuff, but I kind of mix that in with the farm and the floral. So this is a pack of farm stuff, you know, things that I would use in a farm journal, because you know I'm in the process of making quite a few farm journals, and I may have overwhelmed myself, I don't know. But I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15 farm journals that I've started. But I just couldn't get it flowing, you know, to be creative in them. And when I get like that, I'm not going to work in a journal, because I'm not going to give y'all something that's halfway done just because I didn't have it together. I always wait. So I want y'all to have something that's beautiful and that I've put my whole heart into it, and I just couldn't this week. So I have a pack of farm stuff, and y'all, I'm just chit-chatting. Honestly, just to be completely honest with you, I couldn't even be creative enough to figure out something to do a video on. So I'm just chit-chatting with y'all, talking to y'all about, you know, things that we experience in everyday life and things that happen to us. You know, it could just be the least little thing that can set you off and you know, upset you or hurt your feelings or something, and then you have no mojo. So on days like that, this is what I do to kind of help me. So this is farm stuff too, but it's more printed stuff and larger size stuff. And then I picked an envelope for my rice papers and stuff, because I use these when I'm creating. I use my rice papers when I'm creating tags or journal cards or collages or anything like that. And then I have an envelope that has just like neutrals, really neutral papers in it. And then I created another one that's a little bit bigger that has, these are pretty much neutrals and things that you can use to put on the back of a tag or something like that. And then I made a little envelope of some more, these are the papers that I used in the wedding journals, but you know, I don't throw them away, because like this one I can use in a farm journal. Actually, all of this I could probably use in a farm journal, so I may use it up in a farm journal. Then I have solid colored papers, whether they be like this is a this was actually like the front leaf of a book, you know, the very first page that's blank that when you open a book. And I like to save these because they have a cool patina on them. You know, if they're vintage books, you know, they have a really nice patina on them, and you don't want to throw that away, because that's, you know, that's the whole point of doing this. So these are all just solid pieces. I'll emboss them, or, you know, use them as journal cards or something, back in a journal card or a tag. And then this is floral stuff, and as you can see, because I've pretty much made mostly floral journals this year, so I have a lot of the floral scraps. And then this one is my floral rice papers and things. So that's kind of how I separated out my scrap bin. And then I took, now this is not all the scraps that I had. So the things that I thought, you know what, I'm using this today or I'm throwing it away, I piled it all on my desk, and I made some collage, some master collage boards. And I have a place that I can store these. I have a filing cabinet in my office, and so I can stand these up by my filing cabinet and store them until I'm ready to use them. So things that you can use to collage on could be, you know, like I order my groceries from Aldi and they deliver them in these sacks sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. So when they do that, I'm going to go ahead and put these back in my box over here. I did minimize my box. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this. Let me see. I'm going to try and move the video or the camera just a little so you can see. It's just one of these boxes. Actually, I think this came from Aldi too. But it's just like this was a milk box, and it's a really good storage option if you want to do this and organize your scraps a little better. And like this one, this is a clear baggie, you know, and I have my embossed papers in it. But anyways, That's what this is. So for collaging, you can use either your Aldi bags, you can use your glue books, you know, just your plain pages, and, you know, lay them out on the table or whatever. You can use just any kind of old vintage book that you're not planning on using the pages in or whatever. You can use those. I'm just trying to get these put back in this box here. Okay, so you can use pretty much anything you want to do, whatever is most convenient for you to be able to store your collage boards until you can use them. Get creative with it. And I know if you've lost your mojo like me, you're really not creative about anything, you know, so you struggle with that. So this is why I'm doing this video, trying to give you some ideas. So I'll show you the collage boards I worked on yesterday. So see, these are the Aldi bags, and I just, you know, cut the edges of them and so that they would lay out flat like this. And like I say, I can stand these up beside the file cabinet because the file cabinet is up against the wall, so I just kind of slide them in. That way it keeps them straight and keeps them from wrinkling, and they're out of the way until I'm ready to use them. And then here is the last one that I did. And these were all papers, scrap papers, that I was like, okay, these have been in here for a year, and if I don't use them today, I'm putting them in the garbage. So I picked out my favorite ones. And sometimes, you know, you keep scraps in your scrap bin just because you love that scrap and you don't want to throw it away. So that's what I do with those, you know. I put them on these collage boards, these master boards. So, those are some ideas of things that you can do to help you get your mojo back. And what usually happens for me when I'm going through this is because what I do is I keep watching videos and keep trying to do things in my craft room that will help kind of give me that spark that I need. And then once it hits, it's like a flood. It's like the floodgates open and I can't get my hands to work fast enough to do all of the stuff. It's like a build-up, you know. So anyways, I just thought I would come on here and let y'all know where I'm at. This is what's going on. So when the floodgates open, I'll be back doing video after video after video of some, you know, fun project that we're working on together. And it'll more than likely be farm stuff because, like I say, I do have 15 farm journals started. Now, they're going to be different styles. Like a few of them are going to be like farmhouse style. A few of them are going to be fall farm journals. And then a few of them are going to be just very versatile farm journals so that you can use any time of the year. So that's where I'm at. I don't know that I will have a whole lot of videos this week, just simply because I do have the block. But when I get my mojo back, you'll see me wide open again. So, and you know what? When these happen to me, it's kind of I think it's my brain's way of saying, hey, you need a break. Because I generally work 7 days a week. Except last weekend. I took last weekend off because it was my birthday weekend. So my family kind of spoiled me rotten. And I think that had something to do with it. You know, because when you're, not that I'm not used to getting spoiled. My family's very good to me. But, you know, I mean, they really spoiled me this past weekend. And, you know, you get spoiled to that. And you're like, I don't want to go back to work. So anyways, I won't keep mumbling on and whatever. I just thought I would come on here and let y'all know I am working on things, but I may not have a lot of videos this week just simply because this is where I'm at. And I'm doing things to try and help myself, and so you'll be seeing videos soon, but they may be sparse this week, I guess is what I'm saying. Because normally, you know, if people don't see me for a couple days in a row, they're sending me messages and going, are you okay? I haven't seen you in a couple days. So just to let y'all know, I'm fine. I'm just trying to get my juices flowing again. So this is what I'm doing. So leave any comments or questions that you have in the comment box below. Leave your suggestions for things that you do when you've lost your mojo. What do you do to get back inspired again. And if you have someone particular whose videos that you watch that really inspire you, leave their name in the comment box below, because I'll go watch them, you know, and maybe some other people can go watch them and get inspired too. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Just some little suggestions for you. If you lose your mojo, don't give up. Just keep pushing forward. And as Nemo says, just keep swimming. Or Dory and Nemo. Just keep swimming. So I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you in another video as soon as I get my mojo back. And I'll probably be 90 miles an hour again. So hope y'all have a great week. And I'll see you as soon as I can. Big hugs.